Hello, and today we're going to be talking about Vinland Saga by Makoto Yukimura. Now, this series is a historical piece set around the early 11th century, and this series has a lot of characters and events that are tied to real history. Now, all of this stuff is fiction, so the events and the characters and their actions are not true to the reality, but it is a very interesting series for people that like historical pieces and is a very popular and just recently ended series that had been long running. But if you want to collect it in English, there's two ways, and on the right we have the hardcover 2-in-1 version, while on the left we have the Deluxe, which is a 3-in-1 version. Now, the hardcover on the right, the 2-in-1, retails for about $20, while the Deluxe is about $55. They're both hardcover, both have sewn bindings, so really not much of a difference there except for size. The Deluxe is a lot larger than the hardcover 2-in-1, so if you're looking for being able to transport it and take it on the go, it's much better to have the 2-in-1s. But if you're into just collecting in the way that it looks on the shelf, the Deluxe definitely is very stunning and with faux leather, and just looks very nice on a shelf with the square binding. And overall, they are pretty similar. Obviously, you're going to have the same story, but the pages are bigger, so you can see a lot better. You still have colored pages in both, and a little extra for the Deluxe edition, a little extra drawings, stuff like that. And the paper is a little bit different. As you can tell, this is more like actual printer paper, while this paper is more like a traditional manga newspaper style. And the printing is much clearer on the Deluxe edition, much darker. While the 2-in-1 is a little bit cheaper, but obviously that makes sense as the 2-in-1 is $20 compared to the $55 you're spending on the Deluxe. Now, you can get the Deluxe for cheaper on certain websites, and when their sale's going, I recommend doing that, because $55 for 3 volumes is pretty steep. But overall, it just really depends on what you're looking for in your collection, whether you want to be able to read it and take it on the go with you, or just be able to have a nice piece on your shelf and be able to collect and make it look nice. Ultimately, it comes down to what you're looking for. Either way, I highly recommend reading this series. It is a great story and great elements and themes throughout, and also the anime is very interesting, and they're looking to make a season 3, so if you want to catch up on what will happen in that season, as well as finishing the rest of the series, then I highly recommend picking up either of these, depending on what you're looking for.